In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to set up authentication using Laravel Breeze. Let's get started. A folder. So I'll go to my local disk C. I'm using a Windows machine. I'll go to local disk C. So in my local disk C, I have XAMPP. So one of the criteria for you to install Laravel is to what? Have PHP installed on your machine, have Composer, have Node.js installed on your machine. I will show you how to go about this. So I'll go to my XAMPP. Then inside my XAMPP, I have the htdocs. I click it. Then inside the htdocs, this is where all your project lies in. So I'll come here and create a folder. So I'll call this Laravel install. Let me just call it Laravel install. That is the name of the folder I've just created. So for the record, I said something that before you install Laravel 12, you must have what? You must have a Composer installed, you must have PHP installed on your machine, and you must have Node.js and also npm installed on your machine. I will show you how to go about this as we progress. So I'm going to open this my new folder in my Visual Studio Code. So I will click on File on my Visual Studio Code, which is my text editor. Click on Open Folder. So I'll locate that folder that I created earlier, which is Laravel install. Click it and select the folder. Okay, so I've selected the folder. Then the next thing is to open my terminal. I need to open my terminal. This is my terminal. I believe you can see my terminal. This is my terminal on the screen. Let me enlarge this so you can see it better. This is my terminal. Terminal here. Okay, thanks. So now the big question is, how do I install Laravel 12? First and foremost, before you install Laravel 12, I've said this multiple times, you need to have what? PHP. You need to have a Composer. You need to have Node.js installed on your machine. So I have already installed this, but I will drop the link of all the things that you need for installation in this video. So first, let me check if I've installed PHP on my machine. So to check if PHP is installed on your machine, you just type on your terminal, you just type php-v. php-v, you press enter. You can see when you press enter, it's going to tell you the version of PHP that you are currently working on. Now, for the record, for you to be able to run Laravel 12, your PHP version must be greater than or equal to 8.2. I repeat, for you to be able to run Laravel 12, your PHP version must be greater than or equal to 8.2. Mine is 8.2.12, so it matches that criteria. So the next thing I want to check is if I've installed Composer. How do I check it? I'll come here and put Composer-v. Composer-v, and I press enter. So you can see that I have installed Composer. When you see this, you know that you've installed Composer. And what version of Composer have I installed on my machine? My version is version 2.9.3. You can see the version of Composer I am using on my machine. The next one is to check if I have installed Node. So let me clear my terminal so that you can see that. So I'm going to check if I've installed Node, and the command line is node-v, and I press enter. So beautiful. So I have installed Node. You can see the version 20.19. These are what you need for you to be able to run Laravel 12. Once you do not install any of these package or dependencies, Laravel 12 will not run on your machine. So now that I've confirmed that each of these dependencies or packages have been installed on my machine, the next thing is to now run Laravel installer. Now the command to restore Laravel, so I'm going to run Laravel 12. So it is Composer. Sorry, I'm going to spell out Composer. Composer, then creates -project. Create -project, then you put Laravel, then you put the /, then you put Laravel again, then the name of your project Now I can call this beginners. Let me call this beginners class. Let me just call it beginners. So when you write it, this is the command to install Laravel. Composer creates -project, a space Laravel / Laravel. Then you put the name of your, this is the name of my project, beginners. So I press enter. So you can see it will start installing all the required dependencies. Please, for the record, make sure you are connected to the internet so that it will successfully install all the dependencies from the Laravel documentation. That is what is currently doing on my machine. So you can see that it is installing every dependencies that is available on my device. Yeah, so our dependency, our Laravel has been installed successfully. So what that command did that I just run is to what? Is to set up all the necessary files that your Laravel actually needs. So you can see that everything is done and dusted. So if you can see the beginners folder is here, and you can see every packages that we got from the Laravel doc. So this was what we installed by running that command that we installed, which was composer create project Laravel command. So you can see this is the app folder, this is the database, and this is your resources folder where you put your front end, and this is a public folder where you put your images, and this is your .env, which is so special, your configuration file, environment variable configuration file, so important, where you put your database and everything. We're not talking about database today. So now let us start the server. Now that we've successfully installed this, so for you to start your Laravel server, you have to change directory to the project name. So to change directory on command line, we use what is called cd. So I'll say cd. The name of my project is called beginners. So I'll press enter. So when I do this, I will now run what is called php artisan serve. This is the command line for what? Running the Laravel server. php artisan serve. Press enter. So you can see that server running on ports HTTP 127, and the port number is what? 8000. So it's running on 8000. By default, Laravel runs on port 8000. So I will go to my browser, and here I will come here and put localhost, because I'm working locally. Localhost ports 8000, which is Laravel default ports, and I press enter. Oh, congratulations, we have successfully installed Laravel 12. You can see now that we have successfully installed Laravel 12. The next thing is to set up our authentication using a package called Breeze. So I'll be showing you guys how to set up the authentication using Breeze. Breeze is a package in Laravel. So let's get started, guys. So I'll go to Laravel from Google. Let me just go to Laravel. So I'll click the first link. I want to go to the Laravel documentation. I'll click on docs. Now this is Laravel 12, which is the latest version, of course. Now Laravel 12 doesn't have Breeze by default. Now Breeze is a package that is used for authentication. Not only Breeze, we also have other packages that is used for authentication, package like Passport and the rest. So Laravel 12 doesn't have Breeze. So what will I do? Let me go use the Breeze in Laravel 10 or Laravel 11. So I click on version 10. So for me to get the Breeze package, I will go to package. Where's that package? So I'll go down to package or basis. Let me click on basis, not basis. I'm looking for package, security testing. This is packages. Sorry, I'll go to packages. Yeah. So these are all packages that are used for authentication in Laravel. Breeze. We have Breeze, Kasha, DOS, Envoy, Fortify, Folio, Homestead, Jetstream, Passport, and the rest. But the most popular one currently is Breeze. So I'm using Breeze. So I'll click on Breeze. So now that I've clicked on Breeze, you can see, let's read what Breeze is. So Breeze is a starter kit. So to give you a head start building your new Laravel application, we are happy to offer authentication and application starter kits This kit automatically scaffold your application with the route controllers and views. You need to register and what? Authenticate your application's users. So Breeze is a starter kit actually. There are a lot of starter kits. So Breeze makes your life easy when it comes to what? Authentication in Laravel. So Laravel Breeze is a minimal, simple implementation of all of Laravel's authentication features, including login, registration, password resets, email verification, and password confirmation. In addition, Breeze includes a simple profile page. So you can see that Breeze have given you opportunity to what? To save time by creating their own login, registration, password reset, email verification. So with Breeze, I don't need to create everything from scratch because they have done it for me. That is why I'm playing with Laravel Breeze. So how do I install this? It's quite simple. So the first thing you need to do is to come here and copy this command. Composer require Laravel Breeze. So I'll copy this. Then I go to my terminal. So here in my terminal, I'll just paste it. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I pasted the wrong thing. Let me clear the terminal here. So let me copy it again. So I'll go back to and copy this. Control C. Then I'll come here and I'll paste this on my terminal. So I'll press enter. So we are going to wait for Breeze to install. We are using the composer to install Breeze. So that is what you are seeing. So it is installing the package right now. So just have to wait for it to install. So I'll go back to my Laravel docs under Breeze session. So after Composer has installed the Laravel Breeze package, you may run the Breeze install artisan command. This command publishes the authentication views, routes, and controllers and the rest. So after this package that we are installing has been installed, we will now run this PHP artisan Breeze install. So let me check if it has finished installing. Yes, it has. So we have installed Breeze. We have successfully installed the Breeze. So that is what we are seeing there. We've installed Breeze. So the next thing I want to do now is to run the next command, which is the Breeze installed. So I need to run this command, PHP artisan Breeze install. So I'll come here and I'll run this on my terminal. So let me clear this so that you can see my terminal. I'll come here and paste that. Press enter. So this we install the Laravel Breeze as a starter kit. So now you can see immediately I press enter on my keyboard. It asks me which Breeze stack will you like to install, Blade or Blade with Alpine. Am I going to install it with Blade with Alpine? Let me so I can see that. Blade alone, Livewire with Alpine, React and Initio, Vue and Initio, API. I only work with what? I'm going to work with Blade. I'm only working with Blade. This is a tutorial course. I'm not working with Alpine. I'm not working with Livewire. So let me just work with Blade. I'll just type Blade. So it asks a question again. Would you like dark mode support? I don't really need dark mode. I'll just press no. I don't need. It's optional actually. Which testing framework do you prefer? PEST or PHP units? I'm working with PHP units. So just type 1 and press enter. So it will install all the dependencies for you. You can see that installing and building no dependencies. It's going to install all the required dependencies that will make Laravel Breeze to work on your machine. So let's wait as it's installing that. Let's wait for it to finish installing those dependencies. So if it's finished installing those dependencies, it's going to give you some of its own files, which you're going to see in the resources folder and the controller folder. So you can see that it's installing. It just gave me this folder called auth folder. And this auth folder, you can see we have a confirm password.blade.php. Remember, we're using Blade. We type Blade. So the extension will what? It will be blade.php, login.php, register.php. This is what you get from what? From installing Breeze. So this is what we get from installing Breeze. Beautiful, fantastic. So we have successfully installed the Breeze scaffolding. So we go back again and we can what? Run the migration. That means we want to migrate the database table, but I'm not going to do that. I'm done with my with my installation of Breeze. So if you go to your website now after installing Breeze, you can see that this is what we have had earlier when we installed the Laravel application project. Now, if I refresh this browser now, I'm going to have a login and a register menu here. If I refresh this browser, just watch. Beautiful. So you can see I now have a login and a register menu here or buttons here because I have installed a package, a starter kit that will enable me to carry out authentication, be it login, be it register, be it forgotten password, be it password reset, be it verification email. So if I click on register button to take me to what, to the register page. Beautiful. So you can see I am on the registration page, so I can register. So I can either register, but I don't think I have a database right now to register. For now, I'll just keep it simple. So I don't have a database. I don't want to migrate any database table. So I'm only showing you so you can log in already. So if you click on login, and you have the login. So beautiful. So this, and for the connection to database, I have a video for this. I will link the video in the words in this particular tutorial at the top. You see the video. Make sure you will click the video so that you can see how I connected the database to our Laravel project. So once you have done that, you can easily register and log in. So I believe, guys, this was helpful. Guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to our channel so that we get more videos like this for you. Guys, thanks so much.